Hey guys, welcome back to another camera comparison video. And today we are going to have a very interesting matchup.
On the left corner, we have the super premium, super expensive, super status defining smartphone, the iPhone 10. And on the right corner, we have the best bang for your buck, no bullshit whatsoever, the Selfie expert, Oppo F5.
Yes guys, we will see how a $300 phone is going to match up to a $1,000 phone. $1,200 here in my country. And my wallet is still crying from all of these purchases. Oh well, bankruptcy on the side. What we want to know is, which of these two camera powerhouses will prevail? Is it the Oppo F5 or the iPhone 10? We're gonna look into image quality, video, and even face recognition, since both of these phones have face unlock technology. There are a lot of features these two have in common. Even the camera app looks identical, so it kind of makes sense to compare these two. But hey, let's just jump right into it, okay? And see it for ourselves. Let's get the show on the road!
No.
Before we dive into the camera comparison, we're gonna first take a look at some of the camera specs these guys have. First is the iPhone 10. This guy right here is rocking a 12 megapixel rear dual camera setup, one wide-angle camera with an f-stop of 1.8, and one telephoto camera with an f-stop of 2.4, along with a plethora of other camera features listed on their site. Now here we have the Oppo F5 coming in with a much higher megapixel number. It has a 16 megapixel rear camera with an aperture of f1.8. It's not a wide or telephoto camera. Oppo didn't market the rear camera that much. It only had this on its site. Well, of course, the highlight here is the front-facing camera with 20 megapixels of selfie sharpness, with an aperture of f2.0 and with Oppo's revolutionary AI beautification technology. Ooh. Apple only equipped the iPhone 10 with a 7 megapixel front-facing camera, but it is still top-notch, as it also has portrait mode and Face ID. Now, I don't want to bore you guys anymore from all of these numbers. Let's just jump into what really matters. Rear camera battle first. Let the battle begin. Okay, here we go. As you can see right here, you immediately notice two things. First is the color temperature. The iPhone 10 looks really hot. I mean warm. While the Oppo F5 is on the cooler side. Second is the field of view. The iPhone 10 has a wider field of view because it has a wide angle lens, while the Oppo F5 is using a standard lens. I also noticed that the iPhone 10 has more saturated colors, really punchy and eye-catching. Look at her hair here. Her hair on the Oppo F5 looks really dry, while on the iPhone 10, it looks really nice. Now let's see how sharp these images are. Zooming in, we can see that the iPhone 10 still retains much more detail, while the Oppo F5 is a bit washed out and a little blurry. Dynamic range, the gauge that tells how well a camera can handle different kinds of lighting conditions. So right here, you can see that the iPhone 10 handles it quite well, while the Oppo F5 really overexposes the image. As you can see, the light blasting right here at the left blows up certain parts of the image, like the tree behind her and her arm right here. But wait, even though the lighting and color is much better on the iPhone 10, the Oppo F5 captures her skin tone really well, and her hair and face is much more flattering to look at. Oppo F5 is really good at capturing the real you. Now let's look at some flower photography. Took a shot of a flower here, and I was kind of surprised that neither of them really captured the true color of the flower. In real life, the color was kind of light purplish. The color on the iPhone 10 is kind of dark purplish or violet, while the Oppo F5 ended up looking pink. Going in closer, the bokeh effect is kind of flawed in both. It didn't just blur the background, but also some parts of the flower as well. The good thing is that both pictures are actually very sharp when zoomed in. Good job to both cameras. And now for some stone photography. I was taking a photo of this rock right here and wanted to test the ×1 and ×2 button of both phones. Yep, they both have that. What a coincidence. Who copied who? Well, who cares? Anyway, here are the rock images at ×1. iPhone 10 more detailed and eye-catching, while the Oppo F5 opts for true life colors. Zooming in at ×2, you kind of see that the iPhone 10 does not lose any of the sharpness, while the Oppo F5 does lose some, but not too much. But the thing is, it just looks like the iPhone 10 has messed with the colors and detail too much, that it looks like a totally different rock already. But yeah, iPhone 10 for Instagram. Period. Hey, it's Pusheen. The popular internet cat has generously volunteered to become our model. Hooray! So here you see that Pusheen is so much sharper on the iPhone 10. You can really see the minor details on her stitching. By the way, I shot Pusheen here using portrait mode on natural lighting. Portrait mode allows the iPhone to capture nice bokeh shots like this, which is really nice. It also zooms in by default, as you can see right here. On the Oppo F5 though, it didn't have the feature, so this was the image I got from shooting from the same distance as the iPhone 10. More portrait shots. Again, the iPhone 10 on portrait mode. The blurring of the background is really nice, albeit a little bit flawed on the edges, but still okay. This is a hard one for me. I think the Oppo F5 has better skin colors. It looks so natural. The iPhone 10 image does seem to look super blown out on this part right here, but still she looks amazing on the iPhone 10. Now here are some landscape photos. Here's me walking with both phones. Video test time, and it does look like the Oppo F5 is super jittery, while the iPhone 10 is quite smooth. Now let me show you what both microphones sound like. Wow. I can't believe how the Oppo F5's image is so much better than the iPhone 10 here. Guys, this right here are low light shots. And it looks like the iPhone 10 is struggling here to get some proper exposure, which makes her face look quite dark. Closing in, we can see that both photos do get a bit of noise. But even say that the Oppo F5 here is sharper and cleaner than the iPhone 10. Wow. Now for extreme low light, we can see that the iPhone 10 does have the better workable image here, while the Oppo F5 just looks kind of grainy and messy all over. Okay, now for some low light video.
Now it's time for the selfie showdown. Let us see how Apple's top-notch front-facing camera is going to stack up against Oppo F5's selfie expert camera. Let the battle begin.
We took these images using the vertical orientation, as how selfies usually are. The sun here was hitting her directly, and from the looks of it, the Oppo F5 here handled the harsh lighting much better. The iPhone 10 exposed too much light in the background and onto her chest and shoulders, while the Oppo F5 looks balanced everywhere. Portrait mode versus beauty mode. I would have to say Oppo F5 here, hands down. Better background blur, more flattering subject. Although the iPhone 10 still did a good job, it's just that the Oppo F5 selfie just pops out more. Now for some groovy pics. We removed the bokeh effect on both the phones, as it showed a lot of unwanted blurring in the picture. This is beauty mode from the F5, and this is the regular selfie mode from the iPhone 10. Looks okay, nothing groundbreaking, right Pusheen? Selfie video test time.
Hello. Hey guys, this is the Oppo F5 and this is the iPhone 10.
Now it's time to show. Oh my goodness, what is that right there on her skin? Right there. Must be from her makeup. But yeah, this is the low light selfie comparison right here. As you can see, the Oppo F5 does its best to make the image really bright. We have been using the Oppo F5 for quite some time now, and in most cases, it overexposes the image whenever it could. Both the iPhone 10 and the Oppo F5 does struggle a lot in low light. Now here's a quick selfie video in low light.
Hi. Hello.
Finally, let's test the face unlock on both phones. Apple's Face ID versus Oppo's Face ID. iPhone 10 first. Okay, good. Okay, does take a bit to unlock. You'll know that it's unlocked when the lock icon changes to the unlock state. You'll have to swipe it up if you want to go to the home screen. Now here's the Oppo F5. Okay. Wow, that was fast. It's like instant unlock. Here it directly takes you to the home screen. Genius. Well, that is pretty much it for this camera comparison video between the Oppo F5 and the iPhone X. Who do you think won it? Comment your answer below, guys, and let me know why. For me, overall, it would be the iPhone X. The image quality was leaps ahead the Oppo F5. If you count out the selfie camera, that is. It delivered vivid Instagram-ready photos and also has amazing looking video. It will surely grab a ton of likes. Speaking of likes, leave one below, guys, if you like this video. That said, I was actually impressed with the Oppo's front-facing camera. It just shot great selfies and that Face ID matchup. Subscribe now, guys, if you want to see more camera comparisons like this, and click on that bell icon so you don't miss anything. This is Vince Domingo from Tech Beans, and I'll see you on the next video.